Recently, two idols have officially said their goodbyes. One has halted their activities with the group, and the other has departed from the company. An idol shares his experience on how hard it is to balance being an idol and a student at the same time. And an idol tells us her story facing sexual harassment. These are just some of the harsh realities of the K-pop industry, and one of the most disturbing things that we are going to cover in today's video. So be ready and brace yourselves. Nayeon officially leaves A-Pink. According to an exclusive report from The Fact, Nayeon has made the decision to leave A-Pink ahead of the group's 11-year anniversary. One insider believes the decision was because she could not juggle both idol and acting activities. Reports further alleged Nayeon is wrapping up her promotions with A-Pink after discussing it with IST Entertainment, YG Entertainment, and the group members, and all parties are in support of her. IST Entertainment has also confirmed. After discussion with the two companies and A-Pink members, Nayeon has decided to conclude her group activities. The news of Nayeon's withdrawal comes after fans speculated that she would be leaving the group earlier this year. In related news, A-Pink is set to drop their 11th anniversary song on April 19th, but it is not known whether Nayeon will be participating in the release. EXO's Lay announced his departure from SM Entertainment. In a handwritten letter to EXO around the world, Lay announced in English that his time as an SM Entertainment employee has ended, stating it's time to say goodbye as an employee of SM. In a similar letter dedicated to fans via Weibo, Lay used his words to further elaborate on his plans for the future. He said, 10 years is considered a very long time, but now that I have arrived at this day, when my 10-year relationship with my company has come to an end, it feels like that time just passed by in the flash. In the blink of an eye, the young boy who entered the company has now become 30 years old. Lay then continued, even though the 10-year contract has come to an end, my heart still remains with the company and the years I spent growing with everyone who helped me along the way. They will always remain. Finally, the EXO member stated, today is a day which marks a new beginning. I will continue to go forward with a new relationship with SM Entertainment. In light of Lay's announcements via his SNS platforms, a representative of SM Entertainment has also spoken up to confirm it's true that Lay's exclusive contract has expired. However, the agency is continually discussing various ways to maintain a new type of relationship with him. Meanwhile, Lay debuted as a member of EXO-M in 2012. In 2015, the singer-actor established his very own studio in China to do his solo activities. Former EXO member Luan looks back on his days with the group for 10th debut anniversary. Former EXO member Luan celebrated his first decade in the entertainment industry with a short video looking back on the highlights of his career. Beginning from his days in the K-pop group, Luan's video released on April 8th, the same day EXO made their debut 10 years ago with the single Mama. The opening scene featured a past clip of him speaking in Korean, introducing himself to the crowd as EXO's Luhan. It went on to show several more clips that were filmed when he was still a member of the group. Fans who viewed the video were understandably emotional, and they expressed adoration for the singer. Many were proud of Luhan for not only refusing to forget where he came from, but also for celebrating his roots. Furthermore, they pointed out that he still follows the members on photo sharing site Instagram, suggesting that there is no bad blood between them. He earned respect for cherishing his memories in EXO despite no longer being a member. In 2014, Luhan left EXO and pursued a solo career in China, where he reached nationwide success as an actor, a singer, and a model. The reality of how hard it is to balance school and idol life. According to Treasure's Jihoon, Jihoon and Hyunsuk sat down for a live broadcast with fans, where they talked about everything from the former's time as Inkigayo MC to the group's recent comeback with Jingjin. When it was brought up that Hyunsuk is currently in college, Jihoon shared the behind-the-scenes hardships that the members face as K-pop idols and students. Hyunsuk agreed that he's in trouble because of how demanding school is. They weren't only busy this Jingjin comeback, but since debut. Jihoon confirmed that they had an especially hard time in 2020, the year Treasure debuted. From Boy in August to I Love You in September, MMM in November, and My Treasure in January 2021, their schedules were packed with practicing, performing, and promoting their albums. They could count the number of days they could rest in two hands. Jihoon continued to detail what he went through as an idol student back in 2020. Every spare second he had was dedicated to finishing his assignments. He noted that everything was fast-paced for him. If he slowed down even just a little, he would be left behind in class. When it comes to studying, everyone in Treasure works hard. Yoshi, for instance, once had an entire 3-minute Treasure episode where he showed fans how he studied for an upcoming qualification exam. Korean journalists under fire for portraying 17 fans in a bad light during a collaboration event at the Apple Store. It was previously announced that 17 would be collaborating with the tech giant Apple. For their collaboration, 17 would release a new single digitally. The single, Darling, will drop on April 15th, 2022, and fans can participate in the Music Lab 17 remix campaign by playing with the single on their Apple devices. They can book a session with the Apple Store and get creative. As the Apple Store's latest branch in Korea opened in Myeongdong recently, fans headed down for an event on April 7, 2022. The boys went down to the store to help promote the collaboration. Fans waited outside for the media presentation to finish before they were allowed in. The staff at the Apple Store even provided fans with water, and Carrots praised Apple for their consideration and kindness. However, one of the reporters invited for the media presentation riled up fans. As the media were allowed inside first, fans waited just outside the store for their turn. The reporter snapped a quick pic of the crowd and uploaded it to his Twitter account, an official one linked to his journalist identity. His wording and irresponsible photo angered Carrots. Although the original tweet has been deleted, fans have re-uploaded screenshots onto online communities. A user of the community, The Quo, made sure to censor the fans' faces before uploading the screenshot. It was pointed out that the reporter failed to do so and exposed the fans' faces online. Although the English translation of the tweet sounds okay, Korean Carrots quickly pointed out that it was not the case in Korean. The journalist had chosen words with negative nuances. The Korean fan explained the difference between the two Korean words that both mean together. The one chosen by the reporter, unfortunately, had a negative nuance. This reinforced the stereotype and bias that fans gather and cause trouble in public spaces. Naturally, fans were angered by this portrayal when they were allowed to be there for the promotional event. Ultimately, his inconsideration of the fans angered Carrots. Although the reporter has taken this tweet down, he did not further address the matter or the fans' fury. Agency CEO's reaction to his artists being sexually harassed emphasizes the harsh reality of the K-pop industry. When netizens think of the K-pop industry and what it's like to be an idol, many see it through rose-tinted lenses. More and more idols in the industry have shared that the reality can be much harsher. It is especially true for those who have had to suffer through hardships in a much smaller company. One former idol who has always been vocal about her industry's struggles is Dayo, a former member of the K-pop group Baby Boo. The idol has been vocal about her struggles as an idol under Hyundai Company. In particular, the idol recently joined YouTuber Crazy Grace to speak about all the hardships when Dayo was an idol, but also the legal complications that surrounded the group following their unofficial disbandment. In particular, Dayo was extremely honest about some of the more difficult aspects of being an idol and the lack of support from her company during this time. In particular, Grace shared that it was known to netizens that after events, the group would have dinner with business members and event organizers. However, she also shared information that the Yuo revealed in a past interview that when these meetings had happened, or when the group met up with people for photos, they would be touched inappropriately. When asked whether the CEO would do anything about it, Dayo was very honest and explained how the group felt when it happened. However, she then shared that although the members had told the CEO about everything that happened, he had tried to make excuses for those who had been inappropriate. As expected, Dayo explained that the members had thought the CEO was meant to protect them. As he had this view of what was happening to them, there wasn't much they could do about it. Grace rightly asked if there were ever times the group could refuse to have dinners with them. Dayo shared that they couldn't refuse as the meetings were usually held after the group had performed. In particular, due to the lack of funds and care the company had for the group, this was their only chance to have a proper meal, and those business people would be the means of the group getting home. Although Dayo seemed quite calm in the interview, her reactions were completely different when she first exposed what happened last month. Dayo broke down, explaining that they were touched inappropriately and kissed, but were made to carry on because the CEO said, "Don't push away their hands because they're the people that can get you to come to other events." For someone like Dayo who wanted to live her dream to be an idol, this reality unsurprisingly impacted her. The video had once again showcased that there are dark sides to K-pop, especially when it comes to CEOs and those around idols exploiting people's dreams. That would be the end for this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And for more updates in the future, be sure to subscribe to us and don't forget to like this video. Bye!